Alright, so that's an insane explosion, but what about now? What can we actually do from here? Once again, we have another movement confirming the bullish thesis we have been building on this channel in recent days. I have been saying for a long time that in this scenario, the odds favor the bulls, and this explosion is the final proof that validates our reading, which is simply based on technique, facts, and probabilities, without any bias, guesswork, or personal opinions. In this channel, our focus is on working with technical evidence to design intelligent risk control strategies, maximizing profits and mitigating losses to help you trade better without emotions or fear in a professional manner. My name is Nathan. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel, where you receive market analysis every day. Whether it's collapsing or exploding, we are here every day to keep you guys updated. Now we see the SPY exploding, going up nicely, and this reaction is extremely important for many reasons. First, we are rejecting this candle over here from October 10. Okay, this candle was a massive bearish candle. Many people were scared, panicking, suggesting that this could be the beginning, right? This candle is an ignition bar. Now we are supposed to collapse to lower levels. Well, by breaking and closing above this candle's high, we are completely rejecting the possibility of a top signal on the SPY ETF. We are totally rejecting any bearish case right now, breaking and closing above not only this candle's high, but above the previous record high. Now we see a new all-time high on the SPY, and we are performing very well, making another higher high, higher low. Since April this year, we have seen higher highs, higher lows, right? Every single pullback, every single time we approached this 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart, we saw another recovery. So right now we see another higher high, higher low, a new all-time high, another explosion above the 21-day EMA, rejecting this bearish candle. So yes, we are totally, insanely bullish. What's more, the previous all-time high, $673.95, is now a technical support level in the short term, okay? So if we see another pullback, if we see the SPY losing momentum, this key point is going to be another possible support level in the future. When we analyze the 1-hour chart, we see another sequence of higher highs, higher lows, okay? And what a coincidence, the $673 is now very, very close to the 21-hour EMA, the exponential moving average on the 1-hour chart. So short-term wise, we see a double support level over here in this area that could prevent SPY's price from collapsing a little bit more if we were actually going to correct a little bit more, okay? But for now, guys, there is not even a single technical evidence suggesting that we're gonna correct. Okay? But Nathan, I'm still not happy, okay? I'm not happy. I still believe the SPY is going to drop. So what's the key point that SPY needs to lose to convince you that we're gonna see another correction? $673.95, okay? If we see in the future, next week, all right, if we see the SPY losing and closing below this key point on the daily chart, then okay, then I see another pullback. To where? To the 21-day EMA, okay? But what if we lose this 21-day EMA, Nathan? All right, $654. And that's it, okay? That's the last support level I'm working with right now, as of today, okay? But guys, again, the future does not exist. Okay, we can't possibly tell how the SPY is going to behave next. Therefore, I always share with you every single day in this channel the main inflection points so we can react properly, because trading is reactive, it's not predictive. Okay, amateurs, they like to try to predict what's going to happen next. Professionals, they only react to what they see. Guys, we never try to nail the very top or the very bottom of every single one of our stocks, because we know that we gotta wait for technical evidence confirming our ideas. If there is no technical evidence, period, we can't possibly change our minds, we can't possibly see a sell or a bottom signal, because there is no technical evidence. Right now, for instance, regarding SPY, we only see another bullish reaction closing above the previous resistance levels, and today's candle is not by far a top signal. Okay, we gotta see SPY losing this support level to make a real pullback. As long as we stay above this key point, SPY will just maintain the bullish bias, period. SPY is still bullish. What's more, even if we see pullback, SPY would maintain the bullish bias medium term wise, because we are still making higher highs, higher lows. We don't see lower highs, lower lows, right? We don't see the price trading below the 21-day EMA, okay? There is no such technical evidence yet. So yes, we are bullish. We are maintaining the bullish bias. We are above our support levels. We are above many support levels. So yes, only the loss of this key point could convince me that we're gonna see a possible pullback. Not a reversal, but a pullback. Okay? Now, QQQ is also going up very nicely, breaking the previous all-time high, making a phenomenal movement. Now, again, 613 is our next short-term support level. On the 1-hour chart, we see this 21-hour EMA very close to this key point as well. So we have a double support level short-term wise. Okay, Nathan, I want to see QQQ correcting because for whatever reason, I have this bearish case in my mind. I do see the indices correcting a little bit more. Okay, 613 is the key point you want to see QQQ losing next week. Okay, as long as we stay above this key point, we can't work with a bearish case. Okay, it's simply impossible. We're gonna maintain the bullish bias. There is not a single technical evidence suggesting that we may correct from here. Okay, so SPY, QQQ going up, all-time highs, breaking their resistance levels. There is not even a single top signal in any of them. How this is going to affect our stocks? Because we see Nvidia. Guys, we see Nvidia finally breaking and closing above the 184. We have been talking about this 184 for many days right now. Okay, guys. This key point is a resistance level, okay? It was a resistance level here, 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 here again, right? Then we broke it. Then this key point was a support level here, here, support level here. Then we lost this key point again, which was a resistance level here, 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 here again. And right now we are breaking it, okay? So that's the principle of polarity in technical analysis, all right? Previous top levels are going to work as future support levels and vice versa. Now that we are breaking the 184, this key point is supposed to be a technical support level, preventing Nvidia from collapsing to lower levels. In addition to all of this, we see on the 1-hour chart, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, a double bottom chart pattern with a clear target near the 195. Okay, that's a clear, quite obvious bullish reversal chart structure, okay? And we see it right here, right now. We are finally breaking and closing above the peak between the valleys over here. That's the trigger point of a double bottom, okay? Which, what a coincidence. What a funny coincidence. It's precisely at the 184. Okay, so by triggering this double bottom on the 1-hour chart, by breaking the 184 on the daily chart, and leaving this 21-day EMA behind, Nvidia is giving us a very nice and solid bullish indicator suggesting another rally. Now, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, the 200s is our next technical target. Why, Nathan? Because it is a round number. The market has a thing for round numbers, okay? It's a psychological key point, right? So it is a more interesting target to work with if you ask me, okay? It is a psychological target, not technical target, okay? From a technical point of view, the 195 area is our next technical target, okay? But I still see Nvidia at $200. Okay, so yes, it is triggering one of the best bullish reversal chart patterns known in technical analysis. We see another bullish candle leaving many support levels behind, breaking important resistance levels. So yes, Nvidia has this bullish outlook right now. Of course, not an advice, okay? I'm not saying to you to buy Nvidia, okay? Because I'm not an advisor. I'm just sharing my ideas using the inflection points we analyze every single day, that I review to you guys every single day on this channel. Okay, so yes, Nvidia looks very nice, looks very good. Now we see Tesla going down, right? 3%. Okay, it is going down, but yesterday we went up nicely, okay? Yes, we went up roughly 2%, but yesterday's candle was simply amazing. All right, it was simply amazing, okay? We see bullish engulfing above the 21-day EMA, above the $423. So yes, although we see this correction today, and it seems like it is a quite sharp correction, okay? Because, well, it's 3%. Okay, roughly 3.5%, all right? That's a lot, okay? That's quite spooky, but we are talking about Tesla. Okay, Tesla is a volatile company. It has a relatively high beta, 1.84, as you can see over here. Okay, so yes, a movement like this is totally normal, okay? It is not ruining the previous bullish case. We are still maintaining the price above the 21-day EMA. Yesterday, we saw a phenomenal bullish candle, which was not rejected, by the way. On the 1-hour chart, we see a kind of congestion, okay, which is quite annoying, but this only reinforces how important it is for Tesla to break and close above yesterday's high so we can actually trigger this bottom signal. Okay, by triggering this bottom signal, I see Tesla retesting the 488 next, which is the all-time high from December 2024. Okay, it's been almost 1 year now, so we are supposed to get there. But for confirmation's sake, wait for a clear close above yesterday's high. Okay, that's your signal to build a bullish case in Tesla stock. I'm not saying that you should buy, all right? That's not an advice, but it is confirming from a technical point of view a bottom signal above a multiple support level. Okay, so Tesla looks very optimistic, all right? Regardless of what many people say, okay? I see many people going crazy in this market, all right? For instance, guys, when we see SPY, QQQ going up, our stocks, they are supposed, in theory, to perform very well, okay? And then I see people saying, the market is not logical right now because we have many geopolitical events going on, right? We have tariffs, we have wars, we have now Venezuela stuff, right? Venezuela, right? Venezuela is going to make SPY collapse from here, okay? If guys, if you tell me that Nathan, the weather forecast for Monday is a sunny day in New York, so I believe the market will go up. This makes more sense, okay? This is more logical than what this is a more logical argument than many others arguments that I see around here on the internet, because at least there are some studies correlating the idea, the fact that when we have a sunny day in New York, the market tends to perform slightly better. Okay, conversely, when we have many clouds, okay, the market goes down. Okay, but of course, there are a few studies. Maybe nowadays these studies, they are not valid anymore. Okay, when I started studying the market, analyzing stocks, etc., I saw this study, but that was a very long time ago. I don't know if this is correct. Anyway, ask your ChatGPT, okay? If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, okay? I never ask you guys anything in this channel, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But there are some studies correlating the weather and market performance. I never ask you guys anything, but I always ask you guys to subscribe, right? Subscribe and like the video, okay? But that doesn't count. Okay, which by the way reminds me, subscribe if you are still watching this video and you are not a subscriber, and like this video for daily technical analysis and possible fake news about market performance and weather forecast. Okay, so subscribe and like this video. Now, our dear AMD, right? AMD is flying, breaking the previous resistance level, leaving the 227 behind. Okay, by breaking this key point, we are making another bullish pivot point. Okay, as crazy as this sounds, AMD looks insanely bullish. Today is going up 7%. All right, so yes, it's totally 100% bullish. Nathan, what about now? What AMD, what our dear AMD needs to do to convince you that we're gonna collapse from here? We gotta lose not only today's low, rejecting today's candle, but we gotta lose the 240s again, okay? Because just imagine that next week we see a bearish candle, rejecting today's candle, closing below the 240s. That's gonna be possibly a top signal. Okay, so you should be aware of this inflection point over here. It was our previous top level here, here, and here again. Right now, it is our next support level. Again, another example of how the principle of polarity in technical analysis works. Okay, what's more, this key point is very close to the 21-hour EMA. All right, we saw this downwards breakout of this ascending triangle, but in the end, that was a phenomenal bear trap. All right, many people thought AMD was going to drop from here. All right, but guys, as I told you, only the loss of the 227 could have made a real top signal over here. Okay, now I'm changing our main inflection point to the 240s. Okay, that's our key point right now. Only the loss of the 240 could bring another pullback on AMD. And remember, pullback, right? I'm not talking about a reversal. I'm talking about a pullback. Pullbacks are not reversals. Okay, a reversal is when you see an actual reversal of the trend. Okay, lower highs, lower lows, below the 21-day EMA. When we see a bear trend, we try to sell after a bounce. When we are in an uptrend, we try to buy near support levels. All right, and by the way, yes, I told you guys we bought AMD right here, near our support level, way before this collapse over here, so this explosion over here. Okay, so that's how we like to proceed. Okay. Now, which reminds me, by the way, if you want to trade with me, join our Telegram channel. There I give you guys signals, strategies, using the inflection points to our advantage, always working with risk management. There I'm gonna teach you guys how to trade, mitigating losses and maximizing profits every single day. Every single day, I see a different opportunity in the market, and I always share with the members of our community. It's totally free to try, okay? You have nothing to lose. Just see for yourself how we work, and if you like it, then you can join us for real. Okay, education is always free. All right, you can even download our ebook on technical analysis, where I teach you guys how to identify the best chart and candlestick patterns to trade. Okay, I teach you guys how we trade in this ebook for free, okay? It is yours to keep, all right? So just join us over there. Link is in this video's description, okay? Trade with us. We have hundreds of traders making money every single day. You are invited to join our community. Now, we have Palantir, okay? It is still inside the congestion, all right? It is still in a congestion, but if you ask me, in this case, yes, the odds favor the bulls. Yesterday, I told you guys, we have a bottom signal, okay? Right above the 174, closing above the 21-day EMA. What this suggests to you, okay? To me, this shows another bullish case, okay? It is another bullish technical evidence confirming our original idea that yes, Palantir is heading to the 190s again, okay? To the all-time high again. That's where I see Palantir. That's the target that I set here on this channel even before the breakout of the 163, okay? I have been telling you guys this for many weeks right now, guys. 190s is our next technical target. We are getting there, okay? Slowly, calmly. So patience is the key in this case, okay? So please just be patient, all right? Remember, the market pays the patient ones and it punishes the most anxious ones, okay? So patience is always the key. As long as you observe the technique, the main inflection points, you will never have a reason to panic, to get euphoric, or to get stressed by the market, okay? This market will never stress you anymore. When you trade, observing the technical evidence with strategy, controlling the risks, you will learn how to trade in a boring way, okay? Without any fear or anxiety, you just do what the charts are telling you to do. You know beforehand how much you can lose and how much you can gain. So, all right, that's totally normal. Another day, okay? Just another day. So the future does not exist. You don't care about the future. You only care about your strategy, okay? So yes, Palantir performing very well, okay? Heading towards the 190. Amazing. Phenomenal. Now, we have Supermicro computer. This one, guys, this one is one of the stocks that I like the most, okay? For swing trading purposes, it is amazing, all right? It has high volatility. It is behaving technically. We see many good movements right now, and right now, no, let me keep this line over here. Right now, after the loss of this purple trend line and the loss of this 21-day EMA, and by making a bearish pivot point, lower high, lower low, we have a good example of what could possibly reverse the trend on the indices, okay? Nathan, what could convince you that we're gonna see a bear trend next, okay? Lower highs, lower lows, below the 21-day EMA, below our previous support levels, okay? So what Supermicro computer is doing right now is quite problematic, but in the end, we are retesting another support area, okay? Near the $48. This key point was a previous top level here. Now it could be a support level to us. Apparently, it is trying to work, okay? It is really trying to work. So if you ask me, any bottom signal on Supermicro computer could give us another buying opportunity next week. Of course, we have earnings in 11 days. So we gotta be careful because, again, for swing trading purposes, we never hold stocks during earnings report. All right, we can't do that. Earnings are too volatile and too unpredictable. So we can't trade stocks during earnings report, but 11 days, okay? Maybe we're gonna have something interesting over here near this support level. The last time we bought Supermicro computer, I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel was right here, okay? Near this support level, near this purple trend line. That was a moment to buy, okay? After seeing a bullish reaction confirming a bottom signal, okay? That was our lead. We bought and we sold right here after closing this gap. This gap was our target. It was a phenomenal trade. Our reward was amazing and the risk was very small, okay? So that's how we maximize our profits and mitigate our losses, okay? We work with a clear strategy beforehand. Therefore, join our Telegram channel. Link is in this video description. Now, again, Supermicro computer is back to a support level. It is back to my radar, okay? It is back on my radar, all right? I do see Supermicro computer as another possible stock to trade, but we got to observe a clear confirmation of a bottom signal near this support level. Only then, and only then, maybe next week, I'm gonna give you guys the call on our Telegram channel, but for now, let's observe it very carefully. It is a point of interest, okay? It is a good stock, it is near support level, so yes, it is on my personal radar. And we have Micron. You guys ask me about Micron constantly. Guys, Micron is just flying. Do you see? Unlike Supermicro computer, which is near a support level, unlike Nvidia, which is finally breaking this resistance level, and it is right above this 21-day EMA, okay? And like for Palantir, for instance, which made a bottom signal yesterday above a support level, closing above the 21-day EMA, Micron is far away from our support levels, okay? It is far away. There is not a single bottom signal, clear bottom signal near a support level yet, okay? Yesterday we had a good reaction, but we are trending. This trend is too strong, okay? So the risk reward relationship was not the best to me, okay? Micron is a stock that I like very much, okay? If you have Micron, you are very happy, okay? There is no technical reason to sell. I do not see any reversal yet. But from a purely risk-reward ratio point of view, I see better stocks to buy right now. Okay, right now. If you are on the sidelines waiting for a new opportunity, Micron is not one of the stocks that I have on my radar. Okay, but if you have Micron, amazing, amazing. I'm very happy for you. Okay, I'm very happy. Seriously, I am very happy, but it is not a good stock to build a new position right now for swing trading purposes, okay? That's how I see Micron, far away from support levels. Some stocks are more interesting than others, okay? I see Nvidia, Palantir, Supermicro computer, they are all looking very good. Micron is not one of them, but Nathan, what's the key point that could reverse the trend in Micron? We gotta see lower high, lower low. Okay, that's what you want to see. But if we see the loss of the 214 closing below this key point, rejecting today's candle next week, then we may see a top signal suggesting another pullback to the 21-day EMA. Okay, so pay attention to this key point next week. Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on many stocks every single day on this channel, so remember, subscribe, like this video, and if you wanna trade with me, join our community of traders, join our Telegram channel. This Monday, we're gonna have another live stream, okay, exclusive live stream. Only our members have access to them, all right? Weekly live streams. You are welcome to join us over there as well. Thank you so much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow, Saturday, Monday. Bye-bye.